Warning. Warning. American. Warning. American Freedom Radio is habit forming. American Freedom Radio is habit forming. Use the truth carefully.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
As Iraq veterans against the war, we are resisting an occupation we once risked our lives for. We swore to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, but we found out the hard way that the greatest enemies of the Constitution are not to be found in the sands of some far-off land, but rather right here at home.
We all know the result of the 9/11 whitewash omission commission was essentially a potent system which further condensed and centralized our nation's intelligence and police under an intelligence czar, the first of which, of course, was war criminal and Iran-Contra fiend John Dimitri Negroponte. I think that says it all. And speaking of which, by the way, Mr. Tybee, if you're listening, he does agree with us regarding some conspiracies, including the economic 9/11. That's what I call it. This places the blame on Goldman Sachs for, what else? Imploding the world economy, which, of course, came about in the same way of the 9/11 Commission, centralizing the banks and centralizing the financial structures of the world into just a few hands in this big financial pyramid. So it had almost the exact same effect as 9/11, which is why I call it the economic 9/11. But no, maybe Mr. Tybee's Goldman Sachs theory would just take too many people in the know to pull it all off. I guess it never happened then, Matt. David Ray Griffin is with us. Dr. Griffin, the new book is The Mysterious Collapse of World Trade Center 7. That is out when, and where can we get it?
Well, I hope it's out today or tomorrow or the next day. I'm giving a lecture in Oakland on the 9th and the 10th this month. On the 9th, I'll be speaking about my little book on Osama bin Laden, Dead or Alive. And then on the 10th, Thursday night, I'll speak about the new book on the NIST report on World Trade Center 7. And they had promised me that the book would be there at the theater where the event is and ready for sale.
Where is that so my listeners can go to it if they're
Yeah, they can get it direct. The fastest way would be get it directly from Interlink Books. Just Google Interlink Books. It'll take you there. If you're not in such a big hurry and you want to save a little money, just order it from Amazon.com, and they should have it in within 10 days. And
your website is davidraygriffin.com, correct?
Yeah, it's a website another guy runs. It's got a lot of good, not me, but he's got a lot of good stuff on there.
And my listeners can always get all your books at bravenewbookstore.com. I know they'll be ordering some as well. And do you know where you're going to be speaking in Oakland so my listeners can go check you out there?
Let's see. It's called the Grand Lakes Theater.
Okay. Are you going to be at Ground Zero or in New York for 9/11 for any events out there that we need to know about?
No, I won't be on the East Coast, no.
Okay. I won't either this year. And you're also, I'm sure, making an appearance in Final Coup, the final version of Loose Change, which is narrated by the great, my good friend, Daniel Sinjata. This looks to be very, very good, has a very wide release, mass distribution. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about that, David.
Well, it hadn't been shown yet. It's going to be shown. I believe the world preview is going to be that first night at Oakland on September 9th.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and Dylan will be there in person to introduce it and then field questions afterwards.
We want to get you guys to come down here to Austin one of these days real soon. I like the point you were making before we went to break. The cop comes to investigate a crime in the neighborhood. Let's just call him Columbo. He finds that there is a suspect, indeed, despite that all signs are purposely being pointed to someone else. He finds that suspect has a motive, yes. He has opportunity, yes. He is involved in complicity to cover up the crime, yes and yes. Wouldn't he be a suspect in the crime if it was Columbo?
Yeah, and some of those people that Columbo finally zeroes in on, they look like very nice people, and sometimes they are, other than being murderers. And Colombo never says, oh, they wouldn't have done it. He just follows the evidence.
Yeah.
And this is the way, but with 9/11, you're not allowed to look at the evidence. You have to go through all these a priori questions. Because, I keep getting people saying, well, tell me, why would they have done this? And I don't know. I say, it was stupid. Why don't you ask Cheney why he did this?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask, But it's all, don't bother me with this evidence. Just tell me what they were thinking.
Well, as far as motives go, they must have had about 50. I mean, it's cost-benefit analysis, isn't it? They made sure to benefit on every page, on every line of their spreadsheet.
Well, sure, and they did have quite a few people involved, like Giuliani and Silverstein and so on in New York, and those people had to benefit. And, of course, Silverstein got a few, roughly $7 million out of it. And Giuliani thought, being Mr. 9/11 was going to make him president, and so on. So sure, there had to be a lot of, and New York didn't have to pay for taking down the buildings with all the asbestos. They just blow it to smithereens and blow it into the lungs of the firefighters and the policemen, and so on.
Yeah.
And it's all done for free. And, in fact, they even make money on it.
Well, AIG and the Kroll even benefited after this last bailout. And the fact of the matter is, not everybody was in on it, but a lot of people certainly took advantage of it, and that all was, I believe, set up in advance. Of course, we know the Patriot Act was written primarily in advance. We're being told there'll be an Internet to 9/11 coming soon, and they'll just take control of the Internet, David. I hope we're all working on new methods to reach the masses, because I don't know how much longer we'll have their Internet. We might have to create our own Internet. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you being on the program.
Let me make one more comment about my book, that if anybody's listening who has the slightest doubt that this was an inside job with a cover-up, if they read my book, I think if they've even got a 10% open mind, they'll see it had to be an inside job with a cover-up, because NIST just lies and lies and lies, and the lies are very, very obvious.
NIST, which never debates us, the government, which never debates us. Maybe National Geographic would like to debate you on the merits of the mysterious collapse of World Trade Center 7 coming out right away, right now, today. That will make the case, folks, and that's why I'm a firm believer. Minimally, that we don't know if the government story is a total lie, and that the elements inside our government conspired to do 9/11, and probably right now are thinking about how to do 9/12. David, that'll keep you busy for the next 8 years.
Okay, Jack, good to talk.
Thank you, sir. I
Bye-bye.
appreciate it. He is a gentleman and a scholar. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll set up the second hour, and then my good friend Michael Bednarik will join us. Stay with us, folks. Deadline Live, AmericanFreedomRadio.com. Second hour coming up right after this.